Here's Johnny.
Welcome to my world, bitch.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi-ho.
And when you're down here with me, you float down!
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
What is up, guys? Welcome back to Friday the 14th podcast. I am the bad guy, Nick H. The H is silence.
And I am the other guy, Mr. Fuentes. What's up?
What's up? What's up? You may be noticing that someone's missing at the moment.
I know,
Let's
where
go
the hell's
see.
Juan?
What one? I know. I don't know what happened to him.
Dang.
He went to hibernation.
He wanted to be the first person to introduce himself, but since he couldn't be number one, he didn't want to be on.
You want to do it? It's contract.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
only. But yeah, our guest Robzilla. I believe he's busy at the moment, so we're kind of gonna, well, not so much wait it out, but like kind of play it like whenever he jumps on.
Yeah, life happens. He has a 9 to 5, like all of us. That sometimes that 5 extends to 7, 8, 9, or 10. So, we'll see if he can still hop on. Dang, we're reviewing Friends in 1992. Our friend in 1992. The
Friend,
episode.
look at that error.
But yes, we are at Friday the 14th. How's everyone doing? Hopefully good. I hear podcasts like start like that, like, "Hey man, how's everyone doing?" And it's just like, I guess it's a nice thing to say, but I'll never know how any of y'all are doing. I guess if y'all comment on our stuff after we drop this podcast and let us know how you're doing, we will know. So let us know how you're doing whenever we post this stuff. We like to hear from y'all. We'd really like to start getting a People's Choice movie watch list going, of people that would like us to review movies for them, horror based. I think I've said this before, that me and Nick, although we are very different people, we seem to like stay in like a small little circular genre and area of movies. So I think having a third party perspective from anyone of movies that maybe have flown underneath either one of our radars would be nice. So anytime you see any of our posts for Friday the 14th, or us posting our ratings or whatever, commenting maybe a movie you'd like us to review next would be awesome. And if we already reviewed it, then we'll point you to the direction of that podcast if you'd like to hear it. But yeah, okay, now it's back.
So
Alien
yeah,
3.
I edited. Oh, the reason why I said Friends, because the last movie we reviewed was a bonus episode called Deadly Friend. Cheap plug, right? Deadly Friend. If you haven't seen it, check out that movie, and then check out our review I did with JF, the guy from J Fleet.
That one was directed by Wes Craven, correct?
Yeah, Wes Craven. It's
Nice.
an underrated film.
The guy, that was like an 84 movie?
86.
86.
Close enough.
Right? Yeah, Wes Craven, for anyone, for some reason, I don't know why you wouldn't know, but maybe you don't know, is the one that directed or created / directed all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, or at least most of them, from what I hear. I believe he created it. I think he's the creator.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah. I don't know about the whole series. It's kind of like one of like a John Carpenter type of thing, where John Carpenter made the original Halloween, and then he didn't want to make sequels of a continuation of Michael Myers, so he's like, here.
It's like these Alien movies. First one was Ridley Scott. Second one was James Cameron, and the third one was David Fincher.
Or even like Hellraiser. The first one was Clive Barker. Well, speaking of Hellraiser, look what I picked up. I don't know, probably better to see it.
That?
It's a Hellraiser trilogy set. There's a lot more movies, but the first 3 movies are the best ones anyway, according to everyone. But it's like a Arrow video.
Dang, then I
It's
really
like,
don't want to see any of the other movies. The first
what?
one was the best one.
The first, I don't know. I think here's the second one's the best one. Just haven't seen it in
Yeah,
a while.
I still haven't seen the rest of them. Like, actually, well, I'll get more into it when we start talking about Alien a bit more. But
Yeah.
I still need to watch the collection.
The collection.
I think
Is that
I
gonna
think I
be
might
one of
watch
our
it this.
next reviews?
Maybe I just want to
After,
watch it in general.
oh, okay. I think
I've
Juan
been
wants to
getting,
see it too.
huh?
I think Juan wants to jump into it too. I was like, oh, well, might as well review it then.
Oh yeah, I think you're up next, so you can make that call.
No, 'cause I have an idea about for the next pick. It's not really gonna be my pick. It's just like it's what's gonna be out that
Okay, we'll talk
but
about it at the end.
yeah, we're trying to get
Noise.
spoilers. Oh, who's that?
Rob Zilla's trying to call me.
Oh, we're taking calls now.
But yeah, if you want to say something while I message him back real quick.
Stalling time.
Um,
What should I stall him? I already know. Okay, stalling. Just gonna promote more shit on my end. Next week we'll be doing our 3rd episode of Friday the 14th podcast UHD. We'll be reviewing a movie called The Stream. It's on Tubi. If you want to check out that movie, check it out on Tubi or on YouTube. If you think it's trash, don't come back. Don't come at me. But I will be reviewing that movie with the real one. Oh yeah.
he is a real one.
So he has a new name change. He's now known as the real one.
The real one?
Like the real spelled out like REEL, like real.
REEL. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and of course on UHD I'm referred to as the 4K bad guy.
The 4K bad guy. You give bad news in 4K or what?
I give it. But on this show you get the bad guy in HD, so
Right. So yes, we are reviewing Alien 3. Alien 3 was directed by David Fincher. I think it's Fincher. He had directed movies like Zodiac, The Social Network, Gone Girl. So he has a pretty good he's credited for 94 directing tributes. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Fight Club.
we don't speak about Fight Club.
It says Fight Club right here. So yes, he is the director of this Alien movie, which is the 3rd installment. This was originally Rob Zilla's pick, but like we said before, he is not joining us at the moment. So we still have a movie to review, so we're here to review it.
Show what's going.
Exactly. So this movie has some actors that are very some actors that when you watch it, you kind of remember them from movies here and there. But obviously, the biggest one that's been through the entire trilogy is Sigourney Weaver, and she is Ripley. She is the main character.
Believe it or not.
Of Ripley. Believe it or not, exactly. Believe it or not, she well, it's going to be kind of a spoiler. The only woman in this entire movie.
The only one that mattered.
The only one. So yeah, spoiler-free synopsis, even though did a spoiler just right now. So after fighting through an alien on part 1 and being cryogenically frozen for 52 or 53 years, then reawoken to find out there's a whole planet that had eggs laid with these aliens. 53 years later, these people were like, hey, you should jump on this planet and check it out. And that was going to be part 2, Aliens with an S. After escaping all the aliens, they cryogenically freeze themselves again and try to make their way back home. During that time, an alien had escaped, or not escaped, but stowed away what they call the face hugger, stowed away onto their ship and caused a malfunction in their system, causing them to have an emergency evacuation. There was 4 survivors at the end of part 2, and by the beginning of the movie, when they're all recovered, only 1 survivor is there, which is Ripley, and she has fallen onto a planet that has been condemned kind of as a prison, and she has an uninvited guest with her who is wreaking havoc on the prison. So her and her prison mates are trying to survive this foe we call Alien.
Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun. Ominous music playing in the background.
ominous. So yes, spoiler free. That was the spoiler free snaps.
You just got snaps once again.
Dude, I want you to do your spoiler free rating first. I have to know what yours is before I tell you mine.
It put me on the spot once again.
I'm sorry.
Okay, spoiler free rating. My realistic rating, I'm gonna go with that first. So realistic rating, I'm looking at a 2.5. But the generous rating is a 3.
Mm-hmm. My rating
Some
is my realistic rating
2 ratings.
would be 1.5.
Ooh,
But this movie kind of feels like a movie that if I watch part 1 and part 2, because I really haven't seen either one of them. The only reason I know what I know is because I went to YouTube and did a quick snaps on both Alien 1 and Alien 2. Both those movies look like they were very interesting, and probably would have built value for the character Ripley, which may have brought it up to even a 3 or maybe a 2.5. But not seeing those at this time and watching what it was, I give it a 2.
yeah. A little reasoning. Well, the movie was it was a slow build up.
Oh my God, Jesus freaking Christ!
I feel like a lot of
My first on my list of least favorite, my very first thing is movie drags on. 1 hour in, hardly any action.
what was that? I mean the runtime said like what, an hour 50 something.
Yeah, hour 52 minutes or something.
But was that including credits or is that just
That's
I don't
probably
keep count.
with credits as well.
It's like an hour and 4 or 30.
40.
I don't know, 40.
Yeah.
But I feel like over 2 hours.
Yeah, it was a.
I mean, it doesn't help that I watched this movie like at 1 in the morning too. I didn't finish it at 3.
It's so hard to watch movies that drag, especially when you're tired. Like even when there's action, at least you're kind of hyped because there's action going on. But like this one, it was a slow burn, man. But before we get into any more spoilers and our spoiler-free rating, we haven't done this, and we probably should, especially since we have one of the guys on our podcast. But if y'all haven't listened to Cinema Movie Podcast, y'all should check the guys out. They have a podcast that runs, I believe they went back to just Mondays at the moment, and taking a small break on the Thursday podcast that they were dropping. So every Monday, fresh new podcast from the Cinema Movie Podcast. They review all types of movies, not just horror. I didn't call you a horror. Horror movies like us. They do all types, and usually it's the most recent movies that have came out recently. So they're
Yeah,
pretty
modern stuff or A24 stuff.
very modern movies they do, and they're great guys. They're so great that we actually grabbed one of them and helped and
One of them.
put one of them and put them on our podcast as well. So you'll hear one of the guys. If you like hearing one on this podcast or UHD, then you can also hear them on Cinema Movie Podcast as well. So Cinema Movie Podcast, you can find them on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Cinema Movie Podcast, and you can find them anywhere you're streaming. I would definitely check them out. Very entertaining guys, very smart guys. They really jump into depth into these movies. So if you like, wondered if other people have similar thoughts about you watching these movies, then I guarantee one of these guys are gonna have something like, dude, I was thinking the same thing, bro. So checking them out, Cinema Movie Podcast. Now back to our regularly scheduled program.
Well, before we go into our regular schedule, because I kind of laughed a little bit inside how you said that I mean, of course, his boys are taking a break, but Wanda's guys, me and him, we're gonna be really overdoing it with their content. We just haven't done it yet, but UHD, we're planning to do some extra stuff. So he himself's not taking a big break.
Yes.
Sadly. But yeah, let's get back into business. Spoiler warning, go check it out now. Before the mention of the Alien 3, because I think I had like plenty of time to watch it on Amazon. At the moment, that's where it was on for free if you have Prime. But I didn't watch it till like the morning time. So it was already they took it off Amazon. I think now you gotta
Yes, it was free, and it happened. The same shit happened to me. I went to go watch it, and I was like, dude, it was free. All of them were on here for free, and now you have to pay to watch them all. So there's nowhere free to watch it.
I saw in the little description it said 5 more days it's gonna be on Prime, and it'll be taken off. I'm like, all right, I got plenty of time to watch it, but then I just kept pushing to the side. But luckily my brother he has it he has it digitally, so I was like, all right.
Nice.
But I mean, I guess my recommendation would be rent it or just buy it physically. I'd say go for the Blu-ray collection that's out there. I think it's like $30. You get all of them. It's not 4K, but it's Blu-ray. But it's all of them.
Oh, mister, I got a 4K player. It's not 4K, but you can get the trashy Blu-ray.
I mean, I'm the 4K bad guy.
That's the other show, not this one.
Oh shit, you're right. So favorites, least favorites the whole way.
Let me pull out my notes. Well, there are things that I noticed and things. So my first bullet point on here of my favorite scenes is, besides the actual alien up close scenes, which were marvelously done. The alien definitely the costume and the makeup effect for the alien itself are great, especially those up close shots. Everything looks really good with those effects and things with the aliens. Once you get to the alien like moving around really fast or climbing on the wall, you start getting those weird what is it called? CGI. But this is like 1992 CGI. So if you've seen Spawn, then it's pretty much the same thing. Spawn had pretty terrible CGI as well.
Thing about older CGI, it becomes too noticeable, and I mean, I didn't see it in a 4K scan, but I can imagine what it looks like on 4K once they put it out. The 4K doesn't do that any justice.
It's probably horrible.
It's like, oh shit, this looks like even more shit.
Right. But the actual scenes of the alien were pretty cool. There was a couple of things I did notice. One of them was that the title isn't actually Alien 3. It's Alien Cubed.
Alien Cube. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all as I go on.
I was like, oh shit, this thing's Alien Cubed. All right, we're about to watch this Alien Cubed. Hell yeah.
And then
Um,
exclusive on the GameCube.
and then my other observation was more of it probably would have been better to watch the first two movies and then watch this movie. I think I would have had more of a better time if I did. But having no relation to this main character or anything that she has gone through, besides the little bit that I know, it kind of made it. Dude, you took my poster away.
What?
My Friday the 14th poster.
You just got sidetracked.
Anyway.
No, it only works whenever one's on the bottom.
Oh, damn.
You gotta be on top.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, or like I was saying, I think unless you build a relationship with this character, aka watching the first two movies of Alien, going straight to 3 is not a great idea, I don't think. So that's just my opinion. Anyone that thinking about watching Alien 3, maybe watching the first two.
Such a weird way of it's like, all right, I'll just go right into Alien 3. Are you sure you don't want to watch the first two? Nah, man.
Nah, I'm just gonna
Something
go right
about
into
that movie.
There's something about that movie.
1992 was my year, so I'm gonna watch it.
That's when a lot of people were born that I know nowadays. My little brother was born that year. That's why I hated it. I'm just kidding.
I hated it.
What about you? You have any favorite scenes or anything that stuck out to you that you enjoyed?
Scenes. I mean, just I would say pretty much anything with the damn alien. The alien coming out of the dog, how it just
That was pretty
forming
cool.
itself, like it was growing really fast. Or a scene that was stupidly hilarious was that guy like he's working next to like the fan blades.
Mm-hmm.
Like he looks down the hole, the glory hole.
Mm-hmm.
I think he gets spat at or something, or he gets can't remember he gets bite or just spat because the alien
I think
does
he gets
shoot
spit
acid.
out with the acid. I
But
think.
yeah,
I don't know.
well he tumbles down like I think he's rolling and he rolls towards the damn fan blades and he just gets shot up.
Yeah, buddy.
It's like damn, that's kill of the night or kill of the movie.
Right? Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to dog this movie too bad until it's time to dog this movie, but I really don't have that many favorite scenes in this movie. You know,
Maybe
there was that one.
Ripley's
There was that one scene at the end.
the Terminator moment when she falls
No,
into
when the credits started
that's not it.
rolling.
Oh shit.
I'm just,
the cast. Something
no,
about that name.
yeah, man. There's just a lot with this movie I didn't like. I felt like it was rushed, and I felt like it was forced, and I really just did not like this movie.
I want to hear Rob's thoughts.
I know. I want to hear Rob's thoughts too. Like, why did he pick this movie? Rob, why did you make me watch this movie? What did you? Well, who hurt you? Who hurt you to make you hurt me?
He's off. What is wrong with friends, man? That's
right?
my movie.
He's gonna message me later, like, damn. I thought me and Princess were
that's how you
homies.
feel.
Right? I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. It's okay. But yeah, he just messaged me exactly what we were saying. He just got off work like 20 minutes ago, and he's still making his way home. So that's why he's not on the podcast. But it's okay. We can try to do it for another time and have him on for another movie pick, and hopefully he's not mad at me again.
The rewatch. So,
yeah, we're not reviewing this movie.
Oh shit.
It's not happening. Sorry, Rob. You already forced my hand. But yes, so I guess we're just gonna jump into dislikes.
I think my final, I guess it was just the ending part. I don't know, or
The Terminator scene.
the Terminator scene. That's all it refers to it as.
Yeah.
Or even, I
Man,
mean,
like that scene. Like I said, I guess maybe if I built but it makes me even more mad. Like when I think about it, like you're gonna watch. Okay, so this lieutenant, she, fights off an alien in Alien One, right? And then like basically, survives it all, goes to Alien Two, aliens. All her friends who were on that spaceship died. And then you know, then she's a sole survivor, and I guess she like I don't know what happened. I guess she puts herself in a cryogenic sleep or something for like 53 years, and they find her 53 years later. But she wakes up. They're like, "Hey, you know more about these aliens than anyone else I know, or we know. So we're gonna need to see this planet full of them." And then she meets new friends, and then they all die. And then there's some survivors at the end of this one. A little girl, a robot. I think his name was Bishop, and then another lieutenant or something that survived. And then the beginning of 3 starts, and it's just like, nope, we can't have survivors from the last movie, so they die too. And then she gets somewhat of a love life going on, and then kill him instantly.
mm,
And then she goes through all this crap, and then she kills herself. She goes through 3 whole movies, suffering, in pain, fighting for her life, just to kill herself. And I don't know, it kind of pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's just like she didn't have one bit of happy moment, period. Like, it was all pain, the whole thing. Like, there was no triumphant moments really, except, she killed aliens, but then aliens were just still around. So it was like all her victories were empty, hollow victories. I guess her only real victory was killing herself, at the end, because theoretically they hopefully killed the alien. But I already know there's alien, I think like Resurrection or something, an alien Covenant or something. So, and I'm not 100% sure. Don't they clone her or something and bring her back to life on the other movies? I think that's what they end up doing. I haven't seen the other movie. I have no idea, but that's what I'm kind of leaning toward, that she gets cloned, and so they bring her back.
So it's just like Alice from Resident Evil.
Yeah, apparently Ripley's name is Ellen. First name. I didn't know that.
So
Yeah.
what's your thoughts on as far as Ripley finding out that she has an alien inside her?
Like, what do you mean? What are my thoughts? Like,
How do you feel about that? How that playing out? Was that like a shocker? Or was like or like it was like why? Why does that need to happen?
I mean, this is how I felt about the whole movie. They were like, look, I have this idea for a movie. So Ripley, there's gonna be an alien that's stowed away on this plane, and then she's gonna land in like this prison with all these just guys, and then like they're not really gonna have weapons, so they're gonna have to come up with creative ways to fight this alien, and that's the movie. Sounds good. Let's put it into production. Start putting it into production, and they're like, the idea that they weren't gonna have weapons and they were in a prison sounded cool, but we really have no way for them to fight this alien. We have nothing, guys. Let's throw some twists in there. She's pregnant with an alien. What else can we do? She finds a love life. Then she doesn't trust the guy that's giving her D. What else can we do?
They were, and the whole movie, I think they were saying fuck a lot, weren't they?
It just, I don't know. Like, I just, the movie dragged on. Like, it was just such a slow burn, like I was saying earlier. Like, you know, they're trying to build up the character. They're trying to. I don't know what happened in the other two movies because I really don't. Maybe in the first one, maybe there was some kind of romantic scene or something. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen the first two. I'm pretty positive the second one didn't have any kind of romantic scene, because it sounded like she just woke up and then they sent her straight to this place with a bunch of aliens. So I don't know if like number three, they're like, you know what our biggest complaint has been about the first two Alien movies? Ripley hasn't got no D yet. Let's just get her some D. Let's do
Vitamin
it.
D.
Um, it just seems so random to like just like obviously she's a human and she has needs, but still like it just seems super random just to be like, yo, you wanna do the dirty or what?
Do the dirty.
Um,
Uh, that was a fast. I was not even that long of a connection going on there. It's like, oh, all right, you're a nice guy. You're being very nice, and I'm all right. I need some.
yeah, exactly. Like I just I don't
All
know.
those
And
other
like I
guys are
said,
weirdos.
I don't want to say like I was saying before. Like I think it felt like it was forced ish. Like a lot of everything in this movie kind of felt forced. Like it was rushed. They didn't really have a screenplay. Like they were just like, all right, we gave them the pitch. Now let's write the screenplay. And I'm like, fuck, man, I don't know, but I've had 6 months to write the screenplay and it's due next week. So let's get this done.
It's like one of those drawings where you gotta quickly sketch it out.
Um, it just seemed really bad.
What do you think about that character that was like? To me, he reminded me of like a Samuel Jackson or what's his name? Lawrence Fishburne, I think that's his name. The guy who
mhm.
plays Morpheus.
Yeah. He was actually really good. I liked his acting. I guess that's a good note in this movie. You know, I like the way that actor portrayed himself. You know, the scene. If I had to pick like a favorite scene, it was kind of a weird scene, but kind of a favorite scene was his speech after they were cremating the bodies, and he was given like his little uh kind of eulogy for the bodies after they were burning them. Um, he did a it was a really cool, well spoken and well done scene. Yeah, it was actually a pretty good scene. But you know, besides that, he was what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, he was a good actor. I liked him in general. He was a stand-up guy.
It's very. I like how they try to be all because whenever Ripley tries to go at the sit at the table with them,
Hmm.
it's like I feel like he was like one of those moments like, oh, you can't sit with us, man. You're not cool. You ain't popular. Not me. But the way he tells her like, oh, he tries to openly say like he's like, oh, I'm a rapist. I rape women or something like that. Well, not anymore, but
He was what did he say? I kill people, I murder people, and rape women.
and she's like,
The way he said it though
okay.
was funny. I murder people and raped women. I was like, oh shit, fuck. He did shit, man. Um, yeah, I mean, in general, that you know, I liked his character. Honestly, like, I don't even really think the acting was bad. More than I thought, the dialogue kind of sucked too in this movie. Like, it wasn't like really great dialogue, but I don't really think that's the actor's faults, to be honest. Like, the acting itself, I thought was done very well and genuine. It was just the plot and the dialogue. I don't think was great at all.
I feel like that one scene where Ripley's talking to her lover. I feel like that scene was. I feel like that was kind of drawing out for a long while before he gets killed off.
Yeah, and then I don't know, man.
And what other scene?
You know, I thought about that stuff too because I was just like, oh shit, she's about to get injected with that drug, and then she's gonna like her motor skills are gonna get all wonky or something, you know.
She's getting her
And
booster.
no, like none of that even happened. Like she got what she got, and then it like, I mean, I guess it was supposed to be a painkiller more than anything, so it just kind of, just I guess helped her out for her pain, but it was still really, really weird to me. Or I don't know, I felt like you're gonna build up suspense, right? Like you just got shot with a dose of a bunch of drugs. Like, you. I'm not saying like people get mad when movies are when you expect something. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. But it's like when you almost like hint it there and then you don't give it to us. It's almost like we get robbed when we're watching movies. If like they hint like they could have done something or they were about to do something and then they don't do it. Like for some reason, like to me, it it doesn't help the viewership. I don't know how to explain that. Like unless you do something like really twist worthy afterwards, like, oh, I thought it was going in this direction, but it actually went in this direction. But when you just kind of show a scene like that and then just like nothing happens afterwards, it's like, why the fuck did you even add that scene into the movie? Like, I don't get it, but I mean, I guess it is what it is. I might be overthinking that scene in general, but I just felt like they could have done more with it and they didn't. And I don't know, everything about this movie makes me mad apparently. Usually I have a plot hole thing, but this movie didn't really have many plot holes that I could tell, to be honest. It was pretty straightforward for what was going on and what happened, and that was it. Yeah, pretty straightforward movie. I didn't really see many plot holes. Like I said, I think I kind of was peeking over here to see what Alien Resurrection was, and it was exactly what I said. Ripley gets
Resurrected.
cloned as
clone.
a half human alien hybrid clone, and then she has to battle some aliens. And Rona Ryder. How do you say her
Winona
name?
Ryder,
Yeah, that girl. She's in
the
this
girl
movie too.
from Beetlejuice
From
and
Beetlejuice and Stranger Things.
Things.
Yeah, buddy. It has some pretty good people in this other movie too. It has Ron Perlman in this movie as well, and it's a 6.2 on IMDb, so it doesn't sound like it's going to be that great either. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything more to really say about this movie. I did kind of have an idea, and I got this idea while I was scrolling through Facebook the other day because I saw Zendaya, and I was like, if we're gonna do a recast, I think Zendaya would play a pretty good Ripley.
Like a modern Ripley.
Yeah. But I would like Zendaya to play Ripley, but Ripley to have a love interest, and that love interest needs to be Tom Holland. And every time an action scene happens, Tom Holland's about to die, but Zendaya comes and saves him, like she probably does in real life.
I thought you were gonna say for the actress, that you would have gone like Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Stranger Things.
Maybe. I
Or
don't
she's
know.
just still being recast for Hellraiser.
I do think it's kind of funny. Like people get mad. Like, I think, and not to like crap on anyone's opinion, but they're all opinions, of course. But Manny was pretty upset whenever Tom Holland got casted for Uncharted as Nathaniel Drake, I believe.
Nathan Drake.
Nathan Drake, that's what it is. And he was like, nah, like Tom Holland's great, but that guy, he doesn't fit the character profile, for that guy, which neither did Tom Cruise as Jack Reacher, but whatever. But that's how the movie industry is just like the music industry when you really think about it. Like it's whoever's hot at the time that's gonna like start getting the movie spots, because if you're hot and you're gonna bring people to sit in the movie theater, and I don't care if I have to recast the entire character to a different race, you will be in this movie. And so anyway, same kind of idea going on. Like, I'm really kind of liking Zendaya and a lot of her stuff that's going on, and she's kind of one of those hot dude. My headphone is like linked right with the circle. Anyway, right now Zendaya's hot, like not just physically,
Okay.
but
So,
like
back
movie
to who's the
wise.
hottest now,
So I think if they were to start a Alien reboot right now, Zendaya would be a good candidate. I think. Maybe if they start popping off with Stranger Things, Millie Bobby
Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Such a
Millie Bobby might be good, but Millie Bobby still has a not that
Godzilla.
Zendaya doesn't have a younger look to her, but she has a fierceness to her that Millie Bobby, she has a fierceness to her too, but it's almost like a kid fierceness. And I don't know, she's probably aged since I watched her on Stranger Things. She might be more grown. I haven't really recently seen her, but to me, she's still kind of a kid, and I think Ripley needs a young look, but a fierce actor like person. So I don't know, Zendaya I think would be perfect. But that's just my opinion for this recast idea for Alien. Slogans?
So, this is now being renamed. Same concept, but there's just a rename, the change. Taglines as what they're referred to.
They're referred to taglines?
Yes, taglines is the initial term for what we've been using for the last 2 years. We've been going with the slogans, but I think slogans more of a different wording. Taglines is really the correct proper wording for what we're trying to say. Because I had my last guest, Freddie. He's like, what the fuck is slogans? You mean taglines? Yes, taglines.
We do what we want here, Freddie. I don't care. They're always slogans to me in my heart.
But I think even like I was talking to Franco the other time, and he's like, yeah, that's it, taglines. This whole time, just yep. It's like it took me 2 years to find out that's what they're called.
Right? Or 3 years, or 4 years, right? Are we on season 4? Or are we in season 3?
4.
We're on season 4.
Season 4. Yeah. But
so do you have any slogans? Because I have some written down, but I just want to know if you had anything.
Alien 3. It's about to get Alien to the third power. The Alien cubed.
Alien cubed. I put Alien 3. It should have ended on Aliens. Alien 3, Bang Bros edition.
Oh boy.
Alien 3, I want my money back. Alien 3, we are lucky we got one woman in this movie. And Alien 3, fish in a barrel. They had no weapons, and they were basically fish in a barrel. That's all I wrote down. Alien. Okay, well, first of all, we didn't even say the tagline of the other movie. So the tagline of the other movie was 3 times the suspense, 3 times the danger, 3 times the terror, Alien 3. Which probably should have been 3 times the boring, 3 times the waiting, 3 times the not terror.
3 times.
I mean, there was only one alien, man. Like, how do you go from like
3 times
Alien to Aliens to Alien 3? Like, not even like multiple aliens. Like, no, we're just gonna give you one alien who came out of a dog, so it's different. That scene gets me too. Like, she starts explaining like this one's different, this one's smarter, this one's like no. You know why the aliens get into human hosts, or just obviously they find a living organism, but they feed off of it. I'm sure they feed off the intelligence. Sure, this alien may be more agile or more instinctive as a predator, but it's definitely not going to be smarter. And this one seems smarter, I think. And yeah, anyway, but they started explaining like, oh, it's different. She's like, oh, this one's different than the other ones. And it's just like, but like how? How's it different? Did it climb on walls?
It's a different shade of a tone.
It still had like I also noticed that in here that still frame is a popular still frame actually of the aliens. Always Sigourney Weaver with the alien with the extra tongue coming at her face.
Close up.
That's always that's whenever you think about Alien, for some reason that's the picture that pops up. You know, it's a very popular picture. It came off this movie, which is trash because this movie's trash. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. This movie was not as good as the other two. I don't believe. I've never seen the other two. I'm just assuming.
Just making a prediction.
I'm making a prediction. I'll watch the other two, guys. I promise, so I can validate my statements. I hope I don't have to validate them by saying the whole franchise was crap, but I don't think it was. I think this one was just they needed to wrap it up. Like no, they just wanted a third movie. That's why this movie got made. They wanted to make more money. And they made a third movie, and they rushed it, and I don't like it. Alien 3, I don't like it.
Don't like it.
Anyway, what's your taglines?
My taglines didn't really have any. Besides my 2 failed attempts in the beginning. Just gonna write straight to how we would have ended it. After part 2.
How would it ended it? Whatever the ending of part 2 was, and then that was it. How would it ended it?
I would. I'm trying to think what the hell.
I would say, like, to me, and this is my, idea, is about halfway through the movie they would have killed the first alien, right? And then the other alien was born, and then somehow Sigourney Weaver, like, in her EMT freaking spaceship, she freaking came in, found a way to repair her tissue or something, and brought her back to normal for her to hunt down this other alien, and then basically had a showdown with this alien again. This one being like the smarter, more agile alien, and then they have this epic scene where like she has to kill herself with the alien, and basically the same exact way this movie went off, except she and the alien are like walking on this bridge, and then she grabs them, they fly into the furnace, and then they both die.
And then the soundtrack plays "There Goes My Hero." There goes my hero.
No, then
no?
Sweet Home Alabama will play. Dun 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 dun.
But
they'd
use that for Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh yeah, you're right. For some
2003.
reason. Even though that movie wasn't out. I mean, that song wasn't even made yet. Or released yet at that time. Of the movie year that they used.
Epic, and it was an epic fight, a super epic fight.
Yeah, I would have liked the super epic fight, and then
Like,
kind of like
aliens are spitting out acid, and somehow
like why was this?
throw it back at the alien.
Like, I keep thinking about this movie more and more. I just keep finding like shit that just didn't make sense. Like, they're like, they brought that doctor in at the end, that's supposed to be like that looks like Bishop from the second movie, and they were like, yeah, the Foundation or whatever it's called sent me. He's like, you're just another Bishop droid. No, I'm the one who created Bishop. He's like, they just wanted to send me so you knew you had a family face trust. And obviously, she wasn't going to trust it anyway. So it's just like, dude, did this guy sign a 2-movie contract? And they're like, yeah, I guess you just have to show up in this movie at some point. And
Like,
he
all
did.
right, man, this is your scene. This is your scene. Oh shit.
This is it, man. You're not an android anymore. You're a real human now. Now go act.
This is your moment.
Anyway, how would you?
I don't know. There's everyone dies. That's it.
Everybody dies.
Everybody dies.
We all die one day.
I don't know, man. Can't really think of a magical ending for this type of sci-fi horror genre.
Just call me a whore.
I called you horror. That's what I think about. I don't know.
Me neither, man.
Just the Terminator ending. I think it's probably the best way you could have gone with a movie like this.
Right?
But I don't know. Just thinking about that scene with the android one. They started up again. They put the thing. I think it was like in his ear or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then how the damn what was that white stuff like leaking out of his face?
Mm-hmm.
Just like all it was disgusting.
Yeah, you keep talking about that Terminator 2 ending, and it's really making me feel bad because Terminator 2 was a great movie. This was not a great movie. Similar endings. Way bad. Way different movies. Way different
similar
experiences.
ending.
Sorry. Different experiences.
Android. They tried to yep.
I wonder, if someone could explain, like why a movie's such a great movie. Because Terminator 2 Judgment Day is a really freaking good movie. Like, it's probably one of the best movies, like, period. Like, all together, like, watching it from beginning to end, it's one of the best movies, in my opinion. But, like, why is it such a good movie? I don't know. Like,
it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's just plain and simple.
Right? I guess that's all it is.
Just the way he talks.
I'll be back.
The way he looks. Just the whole, and then freaking T-1000, him just being a bad guy that he
I'll
is.
be back with guns.
I think it's very. I mean, we're going off topic from the Alien movie, but Terminator. It's very interesting how Arnold was a bad guy in the original one, and he quickly made his face turn. He turns a good guy in the next movie.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, and that was like, a really good twist in the movie. That like, man, they just did everything right in that movie. It was such a good movie. Anyway, back to this horrible movie we're reviewing.
Oh boy, that's how you know this movie was trash. We talk about another movie.
It's so bad we started talking about a whole nother one that I actually enjoyed.
What the? Wait, Turner's not a horror. No, he's.
But yeah, I mean, that was kind of upsetting to me too. That, like, to me, if you don't count like Thanksgiving 3, Turkey in Space or something, this is our first sci-fi horror film that we're really reviewing, and it was not really a horror film to me personally.
Yeah,
so
I see what this movie. I mean, on technicality, because it's when you Google search or whatever, it says horror and sci-fi or whatever. But I feel like this is one of those movies, like, it's really on the borderline. Like, it gets the horror.
No, it was a horror movie.
It gets the horror genre just because it has a creature. I mean, it's kind of like Godzilla. I mean, and all like any other movie, pretty much anything as a creature, they consider
I
it
don't think.
horror.
I mean, at least in my opinion, I don't think I've ever seen Godzilla considered to be a horror movie. It was like a sci-fi action, which this one has 3 tags: action, horror, sci-fi. Um, I think
Yeah,
they try to add horror elements by having like the alien like suspenseful, like being in shadowy places and sneaking up on its prey and things like that. Like I think that's what's supposed to give it the horror aspect, but I didn't really feel it with this movie. It's not how I kind of felt about it. Like
maybe
they did the same
first one.
thing, huh? Maybe yeah, I was gonna say maybe the first one or the second one, but I didn't feel it in this one.
Yeah, it's just one of those movies that really reaches that tier of horror. I mean, even like Predator, that's just even further away from horror.
Yeah, that's like suspense action.
Even though like it does a crossover with Alien that's supposed to be in the same universe, but still, it's just a weird concept. Like it's like all right. It's like you're trying to put two different type of movie characters in. I don't know how to explain it. Like Mary
I think
Poppins versus Pennywise,
it's possible, man.
because
If
they're
there's a
apparently
if there's a
compared to as
good, there's always an evil.
they're compared to as like the same type of being or something like that. I don't know. It's some internet random shit I read.
There was like there was a random thing that I saw, like oldest fictional characters, and like Pennywise was like the second to last like oldest fictional character. Like
Fiction character.
there was God, and then there was Pennywise.
What the hell?
Yeah, like Pennywise was older than God himself.
Okay. Did you know
Um,
Pennywise was, well, you heard the audiobook, of course. It doesn't say the
huh?
turtle. Does it? You heard the audiobook.
Yeah, like it doesn't even talk
It's
about the turtle, and that maybe it did talk about the turtle.
maybe gets spit out. That they're
You
planning on
know
making a
that
prequel.
I like, I tried to get after I listened to the audiobook for it, I was super intrigued by this whole like, you know, that there's this whole universe. Apparently the movie The Dark Tower is kind of added into this universe as well with it and things. And pretty much all the Stephen King movies from what I hear are kind of in the same universe in a sense. But
I just saw
they
messages.
they in the It movie, they talk about how see, this is how boring this movie was. We're going into a whole nother movie again. In the It movie, they talk. Well, they don't talk about the turtle in either one of the It movies. I don't think.
The newer
Um,
ones are the original series, the TV
I haven't
series,
seen the original series in a long time, so I really don't remember. But the newer
and
ones, they
they
don't
don't.
talk about the turtle.
Well, I mean, it's an Easter egg. In the first one, you see like a little toy turtle.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you see the
It's
toy
just a
turtle,
little Easter egg, but that's just a
but
reference.
it's just it's a reference. Like if you know about the turtle, the turtle
But
has a name. I don't know what the name is, but
you don't see
yeah,
the physical.
if you know about the turtle, then yeah, it's an Easter egg, and it's kind of cool. Like, ooh, look! And obviously, movies aren't supposed to be exact replicas of their books. Like, yes, they're going to be a little different. Like, you want something a little different than what you already have read before, and that's what always pisses me off when people are like, "It's not accurate to the book or the comic." And it's like, dude, you really want to just have something that's just exactly what you already read with all the same exact surprises, and then you're gonna watch it on the big screen and then be like, it was exactly what I already read. You don't want that twist or that turn. Like, you're really that guy. Like, oh, it should have been
You wanted to.
original. It really should have been original. Like, whatever, man. Get out of here with that crap.
I mean, there's some sort of like key moments so you want to see on the big screen, but as far as story, it's not nothing wrong with switch up the story a little.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And yes, I agree with you. There are some key things. But even that can change when you really think about it. Like the new Spider-Man movie, Uncle Ben dies in all 3 universes, but the one that is Spider-Man's growth moment in this newer one is when big spoiler if you haven't seen Spider-Man No Way Home at this point in your life, I would just walk away. Nick.
Just straight
Nick.
up walk away. No, it's fucking wrong. I mean, I miss a show to see the movie.
Actually,
Honest.
I'm not gonna spoil it. You know, this isn't even. We're not even reviewing this movie, so I won't spoil it. But you know, you can change up things and still make it done right. And they changed up something and made it done right. Anyway, going back to the whole turtle.
Turtle.
Apparently, there's this like I started doing like deep research into it, and there's like there's like a metaverse outside of our universe, and like there's these pillars that like hold up like almost like the fabric reality, it sounds like. And each pillar has its own like protective creature on it. So our pillar has the turtle. The turtle is our protector in a sense. Another
Okay.
one of us is like a mechanical half like machine, half bear, like animal.
Oh shit.
That's another one of the pillars, like animals. And then it like goes around and there's just all different animals in each pillar. And they're all like protectors of like gates and things to like in this other world. And it sounds like if you watch the Dark Tower, it's kind of like one of those gates in there, but then I don't think they talk about these mythical creature things. I've never watched the Dark Tower, so I don't really know.
I heard it's
But
trash.
yeah, well, I mean,
I mean,
I heard.
what I hear from like not the
I mean, it has
adaptation that they
Idris
made out of
Elba,
it,
so I don't know.
but as far as the story, what's supposed to be, it sounds very interesting. It's just like I don't know, the movie adaptation they made of it is trash.
Yeah, and again, like you know, so I try to do research, like, oh, what books do I have to read to find out about all these different like creatures and all these different dimensions and stuff, and it's just like it's like everywhere, and like you don't just read one series and learn about any of this shit. It's all like in all sprinkled throughout all his books, and it's just like, well, this is fucking crazy. Like you don't even get to know about this universe unless you read all of Stephen King's books. You know how many books Stephen King has? A freaking lot, and they're all like this long in fine print. I'm holding my fingers
All
up
work and no
really
play makes
big.
a Jack Doll boy. Not bad. Just to say the over again.
Yeah, like freaking, I don't know, man. It's insane. Um, I don't
I
know,
can
man.
imagine. I can imagine the person like tuning into this damn episode. They're like, "Oh man, fuck y'all! I came to listen to Alien 3 and you're just rambling it on about different movies."
You're rambling on half machine and half bear pillar guards.
Or
Anyway,
someone else that was like expecting a Robzilla jump on, like, man, no Robzilla, shit.
right?
So you were
Poor
just
Rob.
disappointing everyone.
Yeah, trashing. This could be someone's favorite movie, and I'm just like
Robzilla's
taking
fair
a
boy.
taking a taking a giant dump on it. So anyway, I'm tired of talking about this movie.
Okay.
Oh, it's almost time for bed.
Yeah. Earlier I was laughing because I got a random message popped up on Messenger, and it was from Juan.
Uh huh.
It said he's like, "Was I supposed to be on tonight?" I was like, I mean, you never asked if you wanted to join on, so I mean, he knows the open invitation was
Yeah, I
there.
was like, it's open invitation one. If you
I
can jump
said,
on, you can jump on. If you can't, there's always the next one. Which gets into I need to remember to write this down. What is the next one?
the next review. Okay, so this one, like I said, it's not my pick, but it's more like this is the right review to go with. I believe next Friday, or is this Friday? The new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie is coming out on Netflix.
The what?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's what you
Yeah, I
said.
said all fast.
I was like,
So it's just
Texas
a mouthful.
Massacre. I was like, what?
Yeah, but the new
Yeah,
movie
it's a
that's coming out.
series, right?
No, it's
Or is
just
it
a
a
movie.
movie? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
It's not a Netflix original or anything. It's just like, I guess the people that made it thought it wasn't gonna do well at the theater, so like, oh, all right, we're just gonna dump it on Netflix.
That's
But yeah,
respectable. I
well,
mean, They've been putting blockbuster movies onto Netflix nowadays. I mean, they just did Red Notice recently.
Red Notice with the Rock and
And
Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot. Is that her
Wonder
son's
Woman.
name? Wonder Woman. Yeah, but I mean, I can't take credit for this movie recommendation. It was actually Juan. He's like, oh, so we should review the new movie coming out. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I got Netflixers. I'll watch that
And
stuff.
let's see. I'm sure. Is it next week?
What's
Yeah,
next
I
week?
think it's I mean next Friday when it comes out. So I mean it aligns with our next Friday the 14th episode spot. So it comes out on Friday, and then our review will be on the Wednesday.
Nice. Sounds good, man. Texas Chainsaw. Oh, sorry, not a tech. Oh, sorry. There's So our next movie review will be Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Texas Chainsaw
2021. No, 2022. What the fuck am I?
2022.
2022. It's so again used to saying that.
Yeah. You know this year's kind of like 2020, don't you? You know, right?
2020 times 2.
It's just 2022.
2.
Mhm.
It is.
So yes, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You can catch it streaming next Friday on Netflix, and that's the movie we're going to be reviewing. So if you want to be caught up and not felt like there's spoilers happening, because I'm sure since this is like the 5th remake of this movie, they're probably going to try to do some new stuff in this movie. So if you want to keep up with it, watch it next Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or Monday, or Tuesday, even
Or
Wednesday,
Wednesday morning.
or Wednesday before 7 o'clock, and we will be reviewing that. Again, thank you all for joining. Like I've said before, I really don't like to trash movies in general. Anything I say is purely just for fun and entertainment. All movies obviously are works of art that people are trying to put into some kind of vision, and definitely better than anything I could make in my own. So, kudos to everyone that makes movies. But that was our review of Alien 3. I'm not going to change my rating. It's going to stay to a 2. I definitely, again, I'll watch any movie even if I don't enjoy them, just for the sake to review it with my buddy Nick, and for us to have a good time on this podcast with y'all who listen as well. So thank you all for tuning in. I'm Mr. Fuentes. You can catch me. If y'all don't know, I do rap music, and you can catch me on Spotify, Apple Music, and anywhere else you listen to music streaming wise. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and more recently, I've been putting out more TikToks, trying to do some duets and stuff. So you want to hear me rap on some beats and things, I'll be on there doing that a little bit more often. So, and you can find me on all those at Mr. Fuentes 361. But yeah, follow them up. I actually have a couple of TikToks right now that I think are pretty all right. People seem to enjoy them. So if you want to go check them out, I'm there. But yeah, thank you all for joining, and now off to this guy. I can't.
And off
point
to me. You can follow me on Instagram on 2 accounts, I guess. I did a name change on the account, so instead of saying the bad guy 2313, it's now the 4K bad guy. So easier to find. The other account is all around Friday the 14th podcast page. Haven't given you the access yet to it, but Juan has access to it.
That's messed up, dude.
That is messed up. But before it turned to the all around page. It was just a UHD exclusive. But anyways,
See.
that's another account that would be posting shit on there.
Yeah, it's the Friday the 14th podcast plus UHD, correct?
Yeah. I didn't know how to write it in properly.
I got a unibrow.
The unibrow. And like I said earlier on the show, catch our next episode on UHD. It's called this. The movie's called The Stream. You can watch it on Tubi or on YouTube.
Nice.
Nice. Hopefully things are still into place for this Friday. Me and Juan are gonna do a little something special, a little live stream. Not the usual movie review, but it's gonna be a special.
Nice.
It's gonna be a surprise.
What time should people expect that if it happens?
Approximately like 7:30 or 8 p.m. Central.
Nice. Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's everything you just need to know at the moment. Thanks for tuning in in audio if you listen to us, or of course visually on the live. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Remember, folks, always been the bad guy.
Peace.